Jumping in, Rob Zombie did it again. Halloween 2. Alright, so, again, Halloween 2 is the first of the Halloween movies that I have never seen before. I've seen all of them up until Rob Zombie's remake of the first one. Some of them I've seen multiple times. Halloween 2 by Rob Zombie, as well as the new trilogy, which is actually a quadrilogy. I'll get into it later. Never seen these before. So, once again, Halloween 2 does a great job at referencing the source material and then going in a completely different direction. And the thing I love about Halloween 2, my favorite part of Halloween 2 is how it starts. Halloween 2 by Rob Zombie starts very, very similarly to Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2, where Laurie Strode is in a hospital. She's running away from Michael Myers. I think it's like the first 20 minutes. And you think, oh, this is Halloween 2. Michael Myers just basically, he kills some motherfuckers, he escapes, and it's brutal. He murders motherfuckers. It is crazy. And it's like the first 20 minutes. It's right in. It's right in. It's right fucking in. They jump right in. He's right? You know, Buddy, the truck driver, right? They're all fucked up. But then, Laurie wakes up from the dream. And again, I just have to say, that whole segment, having never seen this movie before, not having that spoiled for me, but having seen the original Halloween and Halloween 2, that opening segment, I was so impressed that it basically, like, the bad parts of this movie that I'm going to be talking about are overshadowed by that. Like, the way that it starts off like it's going to be a direct remake of the original Halloween 2, and it plays into it for a good chunk of time. It's not like a 3-minute thing. It's like a good 10 to 15 minutes. Where it plays in. Now, this is Halloween 2. You know, it's a remake of the other Halloween 2. But then Laurie wakes up from the dream, and it's a year later. And then, now it's a completely different thing. Now it's more like, it's just completely new territory now. Because Halloween and Halloween 2, the original, take place in the same night in 1978. So the original comes out in 1978. The second one comes out in 1981, but they both take place on Halloween evening of 1978, right? And this one, it starts off that way, but then it's like, oh no, she's dreaming. And similarly to what I talked about in my H2O review, this movie, a lot of this movie deals with trauma and how the character of Laurie Strode has fallen apart, essentially. Her parents were murdered by Michael Myers, right? And her friend has scars all over her face. She survived from the first movie, but you can see that, like, you know, it destroyed her both physically, mentally. Like, they're both just, like, fucked up. Like, she's having nightmares. And it's just, her life sucks. Like, her life sucks. A year later, and her life fucking sucks. And then the other part of this movie, there's two other main aspects of this movie that I want to talk about real quick. It's the Loomis story and the Michael Myers story. So the Michael Myers story is the most interesting. So Rob Zombie had a problem. Rob Zombie had a massive problem when starting Halloween 2. And that's the fact that Michael Myers' mother is already dead. I don't know if Rob Zombie was planning on doing a Halloween 2 from the start. I don't think so. They also got a different child actor for Michael Myers, so it makes me think that, you know, that this was an afterthought. You know, and you can't, like, de-age a child, right? But anyway. But Sherry Moon Zombie played Michael Myers' mother, and she died in the first movie. What do we do? What do we do? I gotta have my hot-ass wife in the movie, right? What do we do? That's Rob Zombie's crisis. So what does he do? Well, you know, this is, I was reading some reviews online, and this is like the least popular part of this movie is the white horse bullshit. Okay? And so Sherry Moon Zombie, playing the mother of Michael Myers, shows up with a white horse in like a fairy tale land that like Laurie Strode can see and that Michael Myers can see, but no one else can see. And that's established at the end when Loomis interferes and he can't see the white horse and Sherry Moon. again, I understand Rob Zombie has to put his wife in every movie. I get it. That's the deal. I understand that. Right? She had to be in there somewhere. So I'm okay with that. All right? I get it. I respect their relationship. They seem to be working out pretty well for each other. So I understand that. That's the deal. But that being said, I don't know, man. It was weird. Like, I don't mind the idea of Michael Myers seeing, like, a ghost of his mother. Like, it's like Dexter. The show Dexter, where he has, like, the ghost of his, his father, Harry, that, like, talks to him and stuff. So I don't mind that, right? Works in Dexter. I think it works really well in Dexter. It can work. It's a good concept, seeing the ghost of someone that you respect in some way. It's a great idea. Now, the execution in this film, it's iffy at best. Now, again, I don't think it destroys the film. I just think it's just like whenever you see like the segments where Sherry Moon Zombie is on screen with the white horse and stuff, and Michael's like like whenever you see that stuff, it's just like, oh, okay. And it just kind of comes out of nowhere. Right? And then, like, Laurie Strode when she's dreaming, she, like, sees what Michael's seeing or so. It's weird. But, it really is, like, 4, 5, and 6 are supernatural. So, fuck it. Rob Zombie was like, Halloween 1, the original, is all reality. Halloween 2, let's fuck around. Let's get supernatural, right? So, on the slasher, the kills in this movie are excellent. The kills are excellent. They're really fucking good, right? The gritty shit. I love when Michael Myers is, like, killing the truckers, like the random, like, redneck guys or whatever in the farmland. That was great. Just the kills are great. One thing about this movie that I will note is that Michael Myers grunts a lot in this movie, and he doesn't really do that in any other way, in any other context, right? Any other movie, I don't think Michael Myers ever makes a sound. In this movie, he's like, as he's slashing people. It's noticeable, it's weird, but is it a problem? Who cares? And so, but anyway, I thought this movie was excellent. I really did. Now, again, I don't think it's as good as Rob Zombie's first Halloween. I think Rob Zombie's first Halloween is all good. I think it's like a really for the genre, for what it is, like I think Rob Zombie's Halloween is S tier. I think it's excellent stuff. This is a very good sequel, but it does have some problems. So one of my first issues with this movie is how Sam Loomis's character is dealt with and how other characters react to him. I found it way underexplained. So, like, Sam Loomis releases a book based on the events of the first movie. But in the book, he doesn't really, like, ask people for permission on, like, how he writes about people. He just writes about people, and that's it. He doesn't give them a heads up. And so, is it dickish? Absolutely. But, like, the way that he's accused of, like, profiting off of people's suffering, I mean, he also suffered. He almost died in the first movie. And Sam Loomis, the character, makes this point in the movie where he's like, I almost fucking died. I'm allowed to write about my own experience. And that's true. Right? That's true. But one of the things about this movie that really makes me, like I don't mind the Sam Loomis, like, being a dick arc. But I think they should have explained it a little bit more. They should have given us some more excerpts from the book. Like, we see one of the parents from one of the people that died in the first movie try to, like, kill him at the bookstore with a gun. Why would that be the case? Why would he want to kill Sam Loomis? Right? Like, I feel like that whole plot line was under-explained. Now, it is hilarious when he goes on that television show with Weird Al Yankovic, and, like, they're cracking jokes at Loomis's expense. I thought that was fucking funny. Oh, man, that whole segment with Weird Al was hilarious. That was fucking hilarious. Oh, my God. That shit, so funny. Anyway, so, again, Loomis dies at the end of this movie trying to save Laurie Strode. Spoiler alert. And so, like, that's his redemption arc. But, like, I thought this movie was good. I thought it was good. Is it as good as Rob Zombie's first Halloween? No. But it's good. It's a good sequel. I liked it. I enjoyed how, like, I thought the supernatural elements with the white horse and the ghost mom, they're okay. Are they excellent? No. Like, is it the worst part of the movie? Absolutely. But it's not that bad. It's not that bad. You know what? Whatever. Ghost mommy? Who cares? You got to put Sherry Moon in the movie. That's the rule. That's what these people don't understand. These critics, these so-called critics, they don't get it. They don't fucking get it. Sherry Moon Zombie has to be in the movie. They don't what don't you understand? Is you got and as far as that, like, she has to be in the movie. You know what? They did a good job. It's not that bad. When you understand that she has to be in the movie and there's no way out of it, the way that they put her in there, it's okay. They did a good job, okay? Is it great? No. Is it the worst part of the movie? Yes. But does that make the rest of the movie bad by comparison? Not at all. So Halloween 2 by Rob Zombie. I'm in. I thought this movie was great. Now again, is it as good as the first Halloween by Rob Zombie? Not even close. I don't know about not even close, but it is notably in a lower league, but it's still really great. Again, the way it subverts the source material, where, like, it starts off as, like, a clone of Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2, 1981, but then it turns out that that's a dream sequence, and then it's a whole unique interpretation, totally brand new story. I thought that was cool. And honestly, that's so cool that the whole movie, like, all the bad parts of the movie don't matter just because of how cool that opening is. Watching that for the first time, thinking that this is going to be a direct remake of Halloween 2, and then it then subverting that expectation and turning totally into a new thing. Love it. So, and yeah, I thought that this movie was good. I enjoyed it. The kills are good. Michael Myers was looking fucked up. I love when he put the mask on, but he has, like, this long ass fucking, like, Viking beard. So, like, the beard is, like, sticking out underneath the mask. I thought that was funny. This is a great movie. So again, I'm a Rob Zombie film fan. Not everyone is into that, but I do. I'm in. So Laurie Strode, eventually she realizes that she's Michael Myers' sister. She finds out that from reading Loomis's book, and she has a meltdown, right? And that's, like, a core part of the movie, is that she melts down, and then she, like, contextualizes how she can see the ghost mommy. And, like, it's that part, again, it's weird, but Halloween in 4, 5, and 6, in H2O and Resurrection, it's pretty supernatural already. I mean, hey, you can make the argument Halloween 2 is supernatural, 1981. How did he survive getting shot so many times, right? So you can make the argument that the Halloween is always supernatural. The thing about the first Halloween, both the original John Carpenter and the Rob Zombie, is that they're both real. Like, even if there's supernatural elements behind the scenes, right, they don't affect the way that those movies can happen in real life. Everything makes sense to happen in real life. Maybe, again, Michael Myers has taken one too many shots, right? But it's like, you know what? Whatever. But Halloween 2 by Rob Zombie, good sequel. A little weird, again, but Sherry Moon Zombie had to be in the movie, and when you understand that she had to be there and there's no option, there's no debate, the way that they put her in the movie, I thought it went really well. So again, I'm a Rob Zombie fan. That's Halloween 2. And there you go. So I'm going to be watching the new Halloween movies. There's new ones. They're making more. One of them just came out like last week or something, so I'm going to be checking those out too. Never seen any of them, and we'll be getting into that shortly. But there you go. So that's my horror movie review portion of the program.